Hey first graders, Mr. Bell here again. Alright, let's talk about your next project. On this next one, you can also enter it into the Butts County Schools Christmas card contest. I know last week you did one for the contest, but you're going to get a chance to make another one. And it actually is very similar to last week's project. And you're going to see soon what I mean by that. Okay, so if you want to enter this one in the contest, remember it has to be dropped off at the front desk of Jackson Elementary School so I can give it to the people that are running the contest. Anyway, still take a picture of it and send it to me and or upload a screenshot of it to Google Classroom so I can give you credit for working on the project. Anyway, here we go. This week, you are going to make a snowman or a snow lady in the foreground. That's the part that's closest to you in your picture. The foreground. And another snowman or snow lady in the middle ground. There we go. Make sure it all shows up. Foreground is lower on the paper and closer to you. Middle ground is in the middle of your picture, and that makes whatever is on this line back here on your horizon line, that makes that stuff in the, that's right, the background. This little snowman back there, these trees, this house, that's all in the background. Okay, foreground, middle ground, background. Now let me show you something really neat, because you can actually take your picture from last week with the deer tracks in the snow and match it up to this week's project. See that? Now you have a really long snowscape scene. The deer is walking towards the snowman and the snow lady, the ones I made there. Look at that. Keeps on going. So you want to make sure you're using the same color blue in the sky. Notice I did my blue and red swirly, windy looking swirls up here. And I made one over here too. So it looks like it all goes together. I made my houses. This one's a one-story house. And this is a two-story house. But notice that the doors are the same size. And the windows. I have snow on top of this house. I have snow on top of this house. The trees, I tried to make them about the same size too, so it all looks like it belongs together. Of course, by itself, it's also a great picture. By itself. Or together. Isn't that cool? All right. Let's take last week's picture and put it over here, and let me show you how I made this. Try to get the same size sheet of paper, and here we go. So the first thing I did was put a little snowbank right there, and I made the large, the medium, and the small circle. Okay, that's in the foreground. Now I'm going to go up here to the middle ground. So I'm going to go higher and do a little snowbank right there. And this time the circles should be smaller than these circles because it's further away. So let's take a look at the size of this one. I'm actually going to make the large circle here about the size of this medium-sized circle here. Maybe it'll end up even a little smaller. There you go. It's a little smaller than that, and that's good. It just makes it look farther away. But don't make it the same size as this. And then the medium size, and the small circle. It really does look further away than this one. Way back there. Okay. Then you have to decide if you want to have a hat on your snowman. Is it a snow lady or a snowman? Does it have a scarf, buttons? All those details are up to you. You make it look how you want it to look. So I'm just going to go ahead and work on this one first. And I'll make this a snow lady. I'm going to erase some of this right here. So I can put a, let me lower this so you can see what I'm doing a little better. There we go. So I can put some hair. You do not have to do a snow lady if you don't want to. You can make them both snowmen or make them both snow ladies. You don't have to put a hat or hair on any of them. You can just leave them like this and add a face and some arms and the buttons. It's totally up to you. I'll put a little pointy triangle shape and some eyes. Put some eyelashes on there. You can do any kind of mouth you want. I like to do mine like this. And put some buttons. You might see me work kind of fast. I do have to finish this in a certain amount of time. So take your time, don't go this fast. And you can pause the video anytime you want to catch up. Alright, I suggest you do that actually. And there's the little, I put like a Santa hat on here. And some snow on the arms, just sitting on top. I'm going to go over here and erase the top part of that head. Put a long skinny rectangle there. Put a square on top. That's my Frosty the Snowman style hat. And some eyes, nose, and the mouth. And these arms won't be as long as these because it's further away. So I make them a little shorter. Does that make sense? Things that are further away look smaller to us. A scarf on here. My scarf has stripes. And some snow. And some snow up here. Alright, there we go. Now I'm going to go back here and, well, before I do that, I better bring this last week's project over here. If I put it right next to it and I match it up, it's even on the bottom, then I can see where this land is here and I can come up like this and make sure it matches. Now I can take this away and make some hills. There we go. All right. I think this had a swirl up here too that went off the side, so I should probably add this line right there. There we go. Have to think of all the details. Now, we kind of don't want this to dip down here. I'm going to straighten this out a little bit because I'm going to put a house right here. There we go. And you can always look at your other picture. Make sure you're keeping your sizes similar. You don't have to put a house in this new picture either if you don't want to. That's a choice. I'm going to look at this door. I'm trying to make my doors about the same size. Alright, that's close enough. One's a little high, a little tall. There we go. Some windows and curtains. I'm going to put some bushes down here with snow on them. Put some upstairs windows. I'm going to do a different kind of roof on this one. That's the sides of my roof. Some diagonal lines here and go across. Last week I did a triangular roof on this one. The roof's kind of flat. A lot of houses have a roof like this. And the chimney. Put some snow on my roof. On my chimney. Put some snow along here. Let me see, I'm going to put a swirl in here. Make it look windy. And maybe I'll put a little snowman back here. No, that one's way too long. There we go. I think I made this whole snowman too tall. I'm going to make him a little shorter. There we go. He really looks far away. I'm not going to put a hat on him. And draw some trees. I just put some triangles here. When they get colored green, they'll look like the right kind of trees. If you like to do the little zigzag line on the side, you can do your trees like this also if you want to. It doesn't matter. Whatever you would prefer to do. These are real easy to go like this. Some evergreen trees there. All right. There we go. Now it's ready to be colored. You can get your markers or your crayons and decide what color you're going to make all of your stuff. You've got gray and blue and all these different colors. There it is. I like the gray, or I like to use this light blue. A purple would work too. That's fine also. I'm going to trace this one. Try to stay on the line. It's better to use a pointier crayon. This crayon's not very pointy, so I'll trace these. Just a little snow. Sometimes I use gray to do that. Sometimes purple. It's okay. You decide whatever color you want to use. Snow. There we go. I think I'll use a gray to trace some of these parts here. Go. And this part and that part, I won't trace the rest of that circle because there's hair there. And you can use whatever color your hair, pink, brown, black, yellow. So many different colors you can use. I'm going to color in make it look like the lights are on in there. And color this hat. Any color you want. It's totally up to you. And this door. Yeah. Some little buttons on there. And arms. Brown or black or gray. Whatever color that you decide you want to use. And we get this part. And maybe and the trees, the bushes, we have curtains, we have carrot noses. Get a black crayon and maybe I'll do these eyes and eyelashes. And this hat. Get a purple and do some buttons. And all the rest of these trees and the swirls. All fun stuff. Anyway, let's fast forward. So I'm all done and I've colored my sky. And when it's all finished, make sure you send a picture of it to me. If you want it to be in the contest, bring it to the front desk of JES. You all have fun with this. Thanks for spending some time with me. Okay, bye-bye.